I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jackson, first play, going to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman. 64 yards. And the Ravens need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From just shy of midfield, Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 40 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Down for the yard. Showing up the pass rush skills.
So far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They are such a talented team of defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the 36, Jackson forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins, and he will have a Ravens first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 90 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice shot there, keeping the toast inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And bring up 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down, 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
They'll they'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Still 9 remaining on second down. Here's Carr. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Carr going to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 14.
This is old brand new numbers. When I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 3rd down, Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
That's into the hands of Crochet. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They only needed that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And some room to run now. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 113 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Jacobs. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
There's the stiff arm. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4. Throwing now is Carr. Open out on the left side. This is Cole. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call rotating the chains, right? Over the mousetrap. That's what we do. When you see a guy cutting there in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. They
go with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Jacobs going to try the middle. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed him down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before the team will set it down. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dobbins running out of the gun. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Counter play with Jacobs. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, with the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now Carr, gotta have this one. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Now Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carr to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Carr. Caught outright by Renfro. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over the lines. They'll get a lot of it, still leading the 4th down.
It's a nice completion of what they're doing. so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done. Trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now flex. While you there looking the best, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you hands on, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae, got just broken to his place. His chin in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to get betrayed. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the Inner Harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
So we see it right here on the opening drive. Throwing the football in these snowing conditions is going to be very, very tough. You wonder if they're going to rethink the aerial attack going forward.
It will be interesting, and it'll be a debate, because most of the quarterbacks that we know, they believe they can throw through anything. They don't care if it's rain, snow, it doesn't matter, as long as they get a chance to throw the football. And I think a lot of coaches think that in these conditions, let's throw it early before things get worse.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 95 yards. And the Lions are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson.
Now into a sea of defenders, had intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now 14-0.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
74 yards.
And the Ravens have got it back to within a score.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
As I see my old man talk about, it usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
With the score, Lions 14, Ravens 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete.
Teams talk all the time about stretching the defense, and nothing stretches the field more than a deep ball. And I mean a deep ball. That one didn't connect, but certainly they'll be back on their heels.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. Here's Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted,
for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amadi Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Goff now looking to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's got room at the 30, down to the 10.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Taken down at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football. While we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. To try again after the sack. Goff under pressure, and they got to him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Derek Barnes gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Play action. It's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
They've got his man complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fielded right around the 8. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now a first down throw. Gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They give it to Williams, running right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, it's gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the counter, here's Williams. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. They'll fake the give. Now gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play.
They run it again with Williams. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Here we go. First player.
Here we go with Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams taking it in from the 20. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Hey, report!
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Patrick Ricard
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And oh, it's wide right. No good.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now gone. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, gone. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
On 4th down, gone. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone stallion with the lips. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore. from Cali to Singapore. Every day I'm seeing more. In the temple as we rock up tempo instrumental.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know. Maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt. That could really change the momentum of this game at home.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. And early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Jackson now. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3 zip.
A great field position for them, Charles, to start that drive, but not a lot of yardage to be had. They do, however, come away with a long field goal.
Yeah, and that's a plus. I mean, give them credit for that. They start the game 3-0. Don't come away empty-handed on this opening possession. And one other thing, it's a 50-plus yard field goal. Let's give the kicker a little respect as well. Those kind of kicks aren't routine.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 20. Slot man moves right. The first carry now for the BYU man is Jamal Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Again, it's Williams. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They run. It's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball's moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. How they can get much more balance than this? Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's got this down to the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
Williams is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Swift is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Goff now looks to throw.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Lions have taken the lead.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Jackson on 1st down.
Open man is Duvernay.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. Got a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They start the second half here with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Justin Madubuike firing across the line there and planning him for a loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Jackson now off the bootleg, rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And some room to work. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Give him 18 on the play. Up the middle, it's Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's gone. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards as his guys have now moved out in front.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Badgley on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Derek Barnes. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now Goff on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Williams running left. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Goff. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jackson's throw brought in here by Bateman.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
49 yards.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strengths.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on third, Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. A tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
Watching that play unfold, watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run up the gap with Dobbins.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle there from James Houston.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. To rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field and downfield.
There was a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they looked like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
A give to Williams, running right. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock. This game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And they will take a knee here. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it.